And at the time, I didn't know that I was replacing Karen. I am Tanya, replacing Tanya to be Tanya. So it was great. It was wonderful. I think I was the first Yellow Ranger to have 2 different suits. Yay me! I beat you on that one. Ah!
Okay, I have another question for 2 Waffle Rangers. On season finale of Power Ranger Wild Force,
I liked seeing Jack here being dunked sort of on his head. We were filming in this abandoned chemical plant. We probably shouldn't have been doing that.
Is that what happened?
That's actually, Jack actually says that's what's happening. Like, you know, fans are like, didn't you have a lot of hair before? And he's like, yeah, but our producer sometimes liked to direct, Jonathan, right? And I have this vision. They had dug this hole and it smelled kind of weird there, and it was kind of like a place where you're like, we really shouldn't be here. And in like 30 years, we're all gonna have cancer, which is not a funny thing. And they had dug this hole, and Jack is like the easiest guy to work with. He'll do whatever. He's like, sure, yes sir, I will do that, sure. And Jonathan said, so Jack, is it okay with you if we hold you upside down and your head's kind of get into this hole? And I'm sitting here going, do not do it, say no, say no, do not do this, please. And he was like, yes, of course. And now, don't listen to the blonde, and no one listens to the blonde. But now, you know, he's still handsome, right? But yeah, so that was fun, is like seeing my, you know, castmate and friend be like, yes, I will take one for the team. I will put my head in chemical ditch holes. Yeah. Yes, he did, and he's still paying for it to this day.
For myself, I think the in-between moments that you guys never got to see that were awesome for me was, at the time, I used to have that little Sony yellow cassette recorder listener thing, and I used to put on Ricky Martin and think that I could dance and sing. So in between shots, I'd be just... It was hilarious. You had to be there. I wish you guys could see it. It was really fun.
Did they ever record any of it?
I don't think so.
No.
Nah.
Probably probably show up on YouTube. I think there were a lot of pranks played, especially on Catherine, the Pink Ranger in my season. So we were always laughing at that. They didn't really pull any on me. But I also enjoyed watching Johnny Young Bosch, because they'd say cut, and he literally, they'd be like, cut, and then you'll see Johnny running up a tree doing a backflip, swinging on pole. He's an amazing martial artist. It was so nice to see him with he does all these kind of tricks. He'd like literally run up the tree, do a backflip, and then we'd be back to filming again. Then they'd say cut, and then he has like a broom, and he's like spinning around the broom, doing a backflip, and we're just sitting there like, okay, you ready? Can we film now? You done? So
I think that's called parkour nowadays.
It is called parkour. Yeah. My son does parkour. Yeah.
And I have another question. What was your favorite episode to film while you guys were filming on shows and all that?
That's easy. Never give up. That was my favorite episode.
Because that's yours. Probably team up with Time Force. Those were really fun. The last 2, so the season finales were really fun. And of course, the bare necessities, because I got to, wear a real G suit and sit in a real F-16, and that was pretty cool.
There were 2 episodes that I liked. Another Song and Dance. That's when JDF and I were hit with a spell where we couldn't speak. All we could do was sing. So we were singing opera the entire time. And Jason did not want to sing. He was terrified. And I was like, you don't have to sing on key or anything. You just sing. And then when he started, you could not stop. I kid you not. We would be at the craft service table eating. He'd be like, Nakia, do you want this? like, no, and it was fun. And the other one was also a singing episode. It was a song sung yellow, where my character has to decide if she wants to remain a Power Ranger or if she wants to take a record contract. And, you know, of course, I decide to continue to save the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up if you have questions. Just come right over there. You can form a line. I saw a hand there too, darling.
Okay. Especially when they're much bigger than you and you can still take them down. Right? That's really fun.
Fighting the forces of darkness is always great.
Yes.
Because good prevails. So, yeah, a lot of fun.
It would have been a lot easier if I had muscles like you, though.
Yeah.
That would have helped.
Thank you for your question, Lucas.
Thanks, Lucas.
Yes.
My name's Jesus. I was actually going to ask about the order, but since you guys already talked about it,
And your hat?
and my head. I actually saw Karen and David last week in Virginia.
Oh, cool.
And I've already met Johnny, and he did talk about this story about the tree jumping with JDF.
Yeah, they would pull some of their own stuff.
But my question, I guess, for all of you is, if you guys were a different color ranger and say you were the leader, what kind of team would you want? Like, who would you want from, I guess, the new to the original? Who would you want on your team if you could redo it?
Well, I would like to be the Red Ranger, because that's always the coolest one. And as far as my team, I'd bring my entire Wild Force because they're my favorite. I don't like these other guys that much.
Forget you! I would probably have an all-girls team, to be honest. Thank you. Yeah, it would be all girls. And I would be, well, there's a couple of colors that I really like. I really liked, because I'm thinking about the suits, the suit colors. Austin St. John, when he came back as in Zeo and he was black and gold, I loved his suit. I also liked JDF's suit, the black and white, the white when he was a White Ranger. So I'd be either one of those. Sorry, I didn't choose. And then I'd have an all-girls team, and I would definitely have Kat, and I'd have Karen. I'd have Miss Alyson right here sitting on the side of my word. And then I'd have Aaron Cahill.
Aw. Yeah, I mean, I think we would pick all of our friends. I mean, I'd have to bring these two because they're kind of badass.
Because we're sitting
Excuse
here,
my
though,
French.
too.
No, but excuse my French. I don't know, purple's my favorite color. I'd probably like to be purple. And as far as a team up, I mean, I'd probably pick like Alyson McInnes too, and I'd probably pick Aaron, because Aaron Cahill's pretty badass, and Karen. God, I mean, I think there would probably be about 10 Rangers on my team, or 20 even. I think Jack might be the only guy though, because he's kind of like a girl. I mean, he's very sensitive. So yeah, he is. Thank you for your question.
This will be really funny if it works. Let's see, playlists. Tracks. You guys have to sing it with me, right? You gonna sing it with me? What do you mean, no? I heard that. Okay, let's see if this works. Here we go. Ready? Mysteries abound, made of a deep energy, foes all around, but I'll go fearless and free. I'll give you strength, you give me love, that's how we live. Courage won't fade, if you're with me, my enemies will never win. We will fight for love and glory, we will live to tell the story. There is nothing we can't live through, nothing ever dies, we will rise again. Okay, sing it with me. Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop. Come on. We can't find paradise. Bring the soul, dragon soul. So much, you guys. It's unnatural. I love that show. Tamaki is such a fun character, and I don't even know how I could pick a favorite line of Tom. What's your favorite line? What is her favorite line? What's her favorite line? The one hiding behind you, like we can't see you. What is it? What's your name? What's your name? Hello, Samantha.
Oh my God.
You're a beautiful poor person. Long live the poor. I love Tamaki. I just love anything that you guys enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's funny? I don't think I even remembered some of the lines from that first episode until the show was released and people would say, oh, could you say this? And I would be like, oh my gosh, I said that? That's awesome. And I would say it, and then little by little, I started remembering a lot of the, of course, the coffee line has become pretty regular. Pardon?
What do you think of peasant coffee?
What do I think of commoner's coffee? Oh, I got some right here. I will drink this coffee. Oh, I love me some coffee. Oh, yes, any coffee is good coffee. Yes, my dear. Hold on 1 second, my dear. You are cute though, but this is my dear.
I love your shirt. Where did you get that?
Thank you! You like my shirt? Thank you.
Where did you get that?
You know what? A fan made this.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. There's an amazing, this is a perfect opportunity for a shameless plug. 50% Dangerous. They are a fashion team, guy and girl team, and they do really cool clothes. And they do a lot of conventions in the Southeast, AWA in Atlanta and around this area. And I've seen them at several conventions. And one time, like 2 years ago, I was at Anime Week in Atlanta, or maybe a year ago. Yes, last September. And they wrote me and they said, hey, would you be willing to be like in our fashion show? We'll make you some cool stuff for you to model, but would you do it? And I'd known them for a long time, and so I was like, you know what, sure, I'll do that. And I got there, and they gave me a couple of things to wear, and I thought, this is really cool, it's really cool. And then they gave me this, in fact, they gave me this in blue. Oh my gosh, which is my favorite color. Like that blue, like this, stand up for me, baby. That really pretty, that really rich, I think cobalt blue is a word that often uses that, but is it really? I want to see. You don't have to do it right now, but I want to see it. Do it now. Oh, blue hair. I love it. I love it. So they made one, and it looks just like this, only it's that color blue. And I love it so much. In fact, I started feeling that because I wore it all the time at conventions. And I started thinking, people are going to start thinking I only have one frickin' shirt. Just every time they see me at a convention, there's that blue shirt again. But I just really liked it. So I wrote
Guys, the first panel that we've ever been on together.
It is.
Oh.
No, we've done some together.
Yes, we have.
Fine, whatever. This is awesome.
That's why you're in the middle.
I'm gonna have to watch my language now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
1, 2.
So I'm Christopher Sabat, the voice of Vegeta, and on Yamcha on DragonBall Z. And to my right is Linda Young. She's the voice of Frieza.
Yeah, Frieza, DragonBall Z, and Baba, and who else?
Tell me. Eric, did you want to go ahead and go? I'm sorry, I seem to have accidentally interrupted you every time. Oh, yeah. Eric has shown me a picture of a poster I signed earlier today, and he basically said, wow, you really have given up trying, haven't you? Because he saw a My Hero Academia poster and I wrote, I am here on it, which makes sense for my character because that's his catchphrase, but he just thought I was like, going, I am here. Nice to meet you, Jameson.
I know exactly what you meant by that.
And you still think I gave up?
I know you gave up.
You too.
I know. We get along really well.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
your
You do.
mouth.
They say that with love.
Okay.
Are we Q&A?
Yes,
It's a Q&A, guys?
I believe so.
Are you guys here?
Yay!
Is this a Q&A?
Yes.
Everyone has to ask Linda questions. That's the deal. Linda can be the only one to answer questions today.
Very good.
You're like, no, please.
What's your favorite form of Frieza?
What?
What's your favorite form of Frieza?
The first one. Yeah, because that's how I got to know Frieza. That's how I got to learn all those fighting noises
Yeah.
from Chris. He helped me.
We fought a lot, right?
Yeah, we did.
In an effort to learn fighting sounds.
Yes.
That is. My favorite form of Frieza was actually I like that first form too. I like it when you first meet Frieza. That's probably the most exciting part of it.
Yeah.
When Frieza just starts transforming, that just started getting frustrating. Like, oh, another one. Okay. Another 15 episodes. My least favorite form was like, was the second or third form where Frieza turns into this monstrous like beast. And I hated that one because Piccolo had to fight Frieza in that one, and Yamcha, and I think everybody fought that particular instance of Frieza, and that was painful.
The Predator? You mean the Xenomorph or the one that looked like a bull?
Yes. Eric, would you like to pick someone else, please?
Yeah. I see that dude.
What do you think about the blue hairy trunk?
Yes, great. What? Akira Toriyama forgot the color of Trunks' hair. That's really what happened. Like, there's no conspiracy, it's just some old guy who went, oh, that's blue, and everyone went, oh, blue, okay, and then everyone went, oh, it's purple, and he went, yeah, I'm old.
It's very possible. Akira was extremely forgetful. And old, and he is, you know, the character Launch. There was a Launch cosplayer walking around today. Yeah, I was telling the stand-up Launch cosplayer. One of my favorite characters in the series that just didn't show up again. It was amazing. And so someone asked Akira Toriyama, the creator of the show, what happened to Launch. He goes, oh, I forgot. I was like, well, okay, bring it back in Super. Come on. I want to see that.
All right. Yes.
Which of you three has seen the Team 4-star
Hey, stand up. Yeah, go ahead, stand up. Mainly because y'all are wearing, I think, the same shirt. It's just hilarious that both of you thought, okay, so we'll do you and then you.
You and the blue Dragon Ball.
Yes.
How much of Team 4 Stars Abridged series have you seen?
0.0 nothing episodes.
Yeah. I haven't seen many full episodes. I've seen lots of clips of it. They're all funny.
I've seen a couple of clips too, funny.
Yeah.
They're just unfortunately right now we're in an awkward position where the people who make Dragon Ball Z don't really like the Team 4 Star guys very much. They're like, we don't like you. So I know I've got to be very careful and just like let mom and dad find it out for a little while. So in general, just like whatever.
From Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What's your favorite movie?
Ever? Or my favorite Dragon Ball movie would be The History of Trunks.
It's a good movie. Ow. It is a good movie.
Hey Chris, you want to eat something?
No. Oh, you're not doing that, are you? Thank goodness. You need to be eating something.
What was the name of some movies?
I personally liked Battle of Gods. I thought that was awesome. I loved meeting Beerus. I liked it being new and fresh. Let's see. Linda's favorite was the Broly movie.
The Broly movie?
Hey, we're having some questions on Periscope here too. People are wanting to know, where's your booty at?
Is that to him?
Yep.
Where your booty at? We need to know. It's
in my chair.
It's in his chair.
I like you.
That sounds like the old joke, like people would warn you if you were ever going to like New Orleans or something like that, if someone walks up to you and like tries to go, hey, I bet you $20 I can tell you where you got your shoes, and you're supposed to go like, okay, whatever.
Move your clothes.
On your feet.
Oh.
Pretty good joke. This panel's going real well.
It is. You pick. Somebody pick a question.
He has, yeah, that's an intense question.
That's an intense arm race.
That's a VIP question right there.
Yeah.
Wow, really on the spot now. Okay, because I totally and entirely mean this. Because you were the best father, mother, a deadly child could ever have. And because you were so kind as to destroy my entire family and everyone I loved and on my whole planet, except for the one person who happens to be stronger than I am, thanks for that. I pledge my undying loyalty to you, of course.
No problem.
Thanks, high five up top.
Chris, don't you remember when we did that it was like a commercial, and Frieza, didn't we go out for Coke or something? Remember? It was a public service announcement.
It was.
And Frieza and Vegeta went out to get a Coke or...
I don't remember.
And we were
this.
friends?
I don't remember. Okay.
We were
yeah.
friends.
I think I remember that. I do remember it. It's like, hey Frieza, I'm thirsty. Sure could use a Coke right now.
I'm thirsty too, Vegeta. What do you say we go together?
Let's find Trunks. He always brings a refrigerator everywhere he goes. No! I knew it wasn't you. There's... What's up, Cell? Your tail looks like a wiener.
But I look good.
Okay, we just all got zapped by Frieza and Cell, who are, that's a couple, I'm sure a couple people have shipped those two characters before. Let's transform together.
I can't see that far.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What are your glasses?
I have my sunglasses. Some prescription, but now I can't see anything.
Well, we just bored those three people. But this is not the panel we hoped it was going to be.
I always like doing this part. This. You get out! You get out of here! And then
wow, you really showed them.
That's right.
They weren't going to leave otherwise. You go, Vegeta, what is it? And I interrupted. What does the scouting say about his power level? He goes, no, I'm gonna say that part, and then you say it's over 9,000. Okay. Vegeta was it? It's over 9,000. Oh, am I? Who's talking first? He goes, if you want to find it, like look on YouTube and find out Chris trolls over 9,000, Chris Sabat trolls over 9,000, Vegeta or something like that. You'll find me. This one guy, I had him almost in tears. He thought that maybe I didn't even know what the scene was. Anyway.
Did you?
Oh, I knew what the scene was. Oh, I knew. It was a bad scene. Yes.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
I mean, this has better be the best question I've ever heard.
Hey, John. Hey, how's it going? This is Chris. I'm on a panel with your mother.
Hi, John. Hi.
Hello. And when we were talking about like how we all got started, and she had said, "Will you help my son get a job here or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." I think it was a good move from Cadillac Plastics. And she's like, "Cadillac Plastics? What's that?" And I go, "No, that's where he works." She goes, "I don't think so."
I'm amazed you remembered that. I almost didn't think I remembered that.
He didn't remember.
Anyway, but you did work there, right?
I did.
Chris, you were right.
I know more about your son than you do, Linda.
Oh,
You know more about me than I do.
Well, John, I guess say hi to everybody. This is Tien Shin Han.
We want to know what you're up to.
Yeah, what are you doing right now, John?
It involves potty training a toddler, so I don't know if I should really talk about it too much.
Oh, you're recording with Sean Schemmel today? Anyway, John, it's always good to talk to you. I'll take good care of your mother.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah, bye, John.